and come to the game with 2 kids. You come into the game with 2 kids by 2 different men. That's not your mama.
But the men ain't in the kids' life.
It don't matter. That's not how your mother met your daddy. Your
You're
daddy
right.
provided for you and the children that he created. So not saying you can't get this, but I think a lot of times women say, I want what my mother has, but if you're gonna be honest, are you what your mother was? Have you ever thought about that?
I have not actually in that way.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, oh, really? Oh, really? I wonder why. I wonder why you haven't thought about it like that. Maybe because you've been only thinking about yourself the whole time. Maybe that's why. Hello guys, this is Joseph with Joseph Teaches Power Dynamics. If you're new to my channel, I talk about power dynamics when it comes to self, when it comes to romantic relationships, when it comes to groups, and also when it comes to society. With power dynamics, you get to understand what's going on when it comes to your relationships, how you're being treated, whether you're getting a positive or negative treatment within your relationships, and also you learn how to better empower yourself on making the best decisions for yourself. In today's show, in today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing a show that is hosted by dating show expert Kendra G on the OWN network. It's called Shallow and Single Forever. Dating Downloads Season 1, Episode 3, full episode, right? So in this show, she's basically interviewing women who are looking for love, and typically these women are a little bit older in life, and in situations such as this, she's really, grown so far within her brand and is now reaching out to a lot more people. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to give my review on the show. I'm going to look at the power dynamics flow within the show. I'm going to give my opinion on certain things that I'm observing. And yeah, it's just a matter of watching and seeing how everything goes. Let's get into it.
and this is Dating Download, where singles from different generations get real about modern dating.
He just seems boring. He just looked boring to me.
Every episode, singles from different generations get honest about their age and their experience and how it shapes the way we all date.
You've been married before?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I've been proposed to like 4 times.
4 different times is a lot.
We're gonna break it down, but in the end, will they download or delete?
I definitely want to see you again.
I want to see you as well.
I don't know if I was lying. Like I said, I'm shallow.
Let's find out. On this episode, I'm sitting down with Julie. She's a 37-year-old mother of 2 who needs are simple. All she wants is a good man who's gonna treat her like a princess. Is that too much to ask for? Well, let's find out. Welcome, Julie. Hey, Julie,
Hi.
you're looking good, girl.
Thank you. You do too.
You look cute.
Thank you.
Hey, Julie, you're looking good, girl.
Thank
All right, so it says Julie Hamilton, 35 years old, content creator, mom of 2, wants to be treated like a princess. Man, that is not good, man. You should not be referencing yourself as a princess at 37 years old. This is something that I would say is for people who are much younger than you, ma'am. People who are in the age of 15 years old are the only women that I would say when you get older in life. I'm talking about once you're 20 and up, should no longer see yourself as a princess. You see yourself as a grown woman. Seeing yourself as a princess at 37 is wild to me.
you. You do too.
You look cute.
Thank you.
Mwah. All right, let's have a seat. Let's get into
Okay,
it.
yes.
Now, before we get into the blind date we set you up on, let me get to know Julie more. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37.
Yes.
Okay, have you ever been married?
No,
Never married, but I
Never.
have heard you've been proposed to 4 times.
I have.
And you didn't
What?
marry, but I
Never.
have heard you've been proposed to 4 times.
I have.
And you didn't marry any of them.
Absolutely not.
Okay, 4 times.
So why did she say absolutely not? Why did she do all that? it just strikes me as though she's a woman that likes to play games, that she don't really like the people that like her back. It just seems as though she's like this woman that overthinks the process of getting married, because why would you use even the term absolutely not, as if it's a bad thing that these four men propose to you and try to be with you? Yeah, man, that's not okay, Julie. That's not okay, Julie.
Times how many men?
4 men, 4 different men.
4 different men.
Yes.
And none of them were good enough to be your husband.
No.
Now you are a mom?
Yes.
Okay, how many kids?
2 boys.
2 boys. By the same man?
No.
How old are your children now?
18 and 20.
18 and 20. Okay. So you said you want the princess treatment. What is the princess treatment to you? Your mother a queen?
Yes, my dad treats her like a princess still.
Okay, now did your mother have kids before she met your dad?
No, they've been married 40 years.
So now you know that is a difference. Your mother didn't.
Kendra, this is awesome. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, the fact that you are calling her out on this is wild, bro. Listen, think about it. You said you want princess treatment at 37 years old, but you've been proposed to 4 times. That means out of all the four that proposed to you, you missed out on princess treatment. You missed out on princess treatment from the first guy who proposed to you. You missed out on princess treatment from the second guy who proposed to you. You missed out on princess treatment from the third guy who proposed to you. And you missed out on princess treatment from the fourth guy who proposed to you. It just seems to me as though this lady likes to lead men on. And then when they get ready to propose to her, she shuts it off. Oh, I want princess treatment. How are you getting princess treatment when you're not even married to the man? Your mom got married to your father, hence she gets princess treatment. If you want princess treatment, marry the man. How about that?
And come to the game with 2 kids. You come into the game with 2 kids by 2 different men. That's not your mama.
But the men ain't in the kids' life.
It don't matter. That's not how your mother met your daddy. Your
You're
daddy
right.
provided for you and the children that he created. So not saying you can't get this, but I think a lot of times women say, I want what my mother has, but if you're gonna be honest, are you what your mother was? Have you ever thought about that?
I have not actually in that way.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, oh, really? Oh, really? I wonder why. I wonder why you haven't thought about it like that. Maybe because you've been only thinking about yourself the whole time. Maybe that's why.
because the request is, I think your kids are grown. Do they still live with you?
No, I actually have a grandson. My oldest has a baby.
Child, we making the baby, we keeping this legacy going.
Wow.
So what I've learned is sometimes the children become an issue, not an issue, but they got to consider providing,
Sure.
right? So
I I don't like interrupting too much, but I want to highlight the fact that she says that she has a grandchild. So her oldest has had a baby. Not only is she a grandmother, but it seems as though her kids learn from her mistakes and have since allowed themselves to find love with somebody else and now have a little along the way. So it just strikes me as though everyone in her life is open to love but her. She's the only one that seems to just shut down love or at least play games when men give her a chance.
I think that wouldn't be your case because you have older boys. But then I've heard this, when the boys get older, are they protective of their mama? So does a new guy have to get through your sons? Are they going to give them a hard time? Has that happened?
It's never happened.
Okay.
My kids are, well, my youngest is protective. We're very close.
Okay.
And he's not protective in the sense of he says something to the man or anything like that. He's
Okay.
never actually even said anything to me.
Okay.
But no one I feel like has ever even tried, even the relationship that the man has lived with me, because I've had men live with me before.
Okay.
They never really tried to be a father or get to know my kids like that. And that has always been like a turn off for me, because some of these guys, especially one, had a child that he had custody of. So they lived with me too. So the kid and him lived with me. And I treated my son like his son, like he was mine.
Was he paying all the bills?
No, absolutely not.
Girl, then you was crazy. You bitch,
I know.
You needed, so wait a minute. So a man lived
Psycho.
with you with his kids. He wasn't even loving on your child and you were paying all the bills? We need a doctor to make sure her temperature is right.
This was in my 20s. I learned.
Okay, so how old are you now?
I'm 37 now.
Okay, so let's come to currency. When was your last relationship?
That's weird. That is so weird though. Like she's not giving us the full story on that one. She's giving us only partial stories. A lot of times when women give you half stories is because they know that they had a very toxic relationship dynamic within that situation. Because think about it, he's making it sound like it's like a bad thing that he moved in and lived with her. In a lot of cases, a lot of these women would move a guy in because they love the guy. And then when things don't work out, they'll act like, oh, I know, I had him moving in, he wasn't paying no bills. Hello, we don't know his side of the story. We don't know if he was paying bills. We don't know that. This is what she's saying, and she's someone that I believe is a liar. So I don't believe that statement of what she said about the guy not paying any bills. Or I do believe he probably moved in with her, but probably for a short period of time. And I believe they probably broke up for a different reason. I'm just saying.
My last relationship was 5 years ago.
Okay, 5 years ago. Okay, now was this guy, did he give you the princess treatment?
He did, actually.
So why did it end?
He was married. And I found out and then gave him 2 months to
Girl,
get
he
him
didn't
fixed.
give you no princess treatment.
I didn't know.
He gave you shut up, don't tell my wife
I didn't know he was married.
Right, but that's not princess treatment because he was married
His
to
wife wanted me to stay with him. She had a boyfriend. They're weird, okay? They're
Ma'am, it's not their fault. It's your fault. Stop blaming them for it not working out for you. I hate when people do that. I hate when people, instead of taking accountability or responsibility for the things that they did, they want to make it seem as though it's the other people's fault. They're weird. They're not married. A lot of people are not married. Ma'am, it does not matter. You got with a married man and you ended up, just take the L. Just take the L. Don't blame them for what you did. Take the L. Take the L.
It's weird.
Okay, well, listen, first of all, we in a new world, and I have met people who are fine with poly relationships. Are you open-minded to it?
No, that's why I left.
How long did y'all date before you realized he was married?
About a year.
What? You dated a man for a year and didn't know he was married?
I mean, he had children with this woman, and I was around for Thanksgivings and Christmas.
Nope, she was delusional. She was delusional. She was delusional. That's what it was. She was delusional. She was living in her fantasy reality. She was more obsessed with the way the guy looks, and she was obsessed with the way the guy presents, that she was overlooking all the other things that was in her face. Because how can this man have been with you for a year, you've been around his house, and you don't know that he was married? Maybe deep down, he was only telling you what you wanted to hear because he realizes that it was more of a good time, but not a long time type of thing.
And I would go to her house to pick up their grandchild. Like, we were friends. Me and the girl didn't have any problems, but they told me they were divorced.
So when did you realize he was married?
He had a death in his family, and I went to the funeral in Alabama. And one of the people in the family was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Like, she kept hinting, and I was like, "Well, is there something that I need to know?" Because the baby mama was there too. Like, you know.
Wait, he had a baby mama and a wife?
No, that's his wife. But I thought it was just his kid's mother because she was around for things. And I went to go pick up the kids, and I had her number, and I went to Christmas and Thanksgiving and all this.
Ooh, child. I'm so happy we put you on a date, child, because we got to introduce you to new men. All right, listen. So we set Julie up with a really nice guy. His name is Roger. He also has a few kids himself, a good job, family values. So it seems like this could be a good fit. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all played itself out. Let's take a look at Julie and Roger.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
You look amazing.
My first impression when I saw my date, I was so disappointed.
Oh, no, Julie. No. See, this is not good. When a woman decides that she's disappointed when she first saw the guy that came in to see her on a date, it's a wrap. It's a wrap at that point. It's not going anywhere.
He's not my typical type. I like high yellow men with lots of tattoos. So I was like, he just seems boring. He just looked boring to me.
So where are you from?
I'm from Vegas. What about you?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's far
You been in
away.
New York before?
Roger Clay
Yes, I have. I've been to Manhattan though.
Manhattan? Oh, that's the rich area.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you have kids?
I do have kids. You have kids?
I do, but my kids are grown, so.
Well,
It don't matter. I hate when they do that. Do you have kids? I do. But my kids are grown. My kids are grown. Man, no one cares if your kids are grown. The fact is, you have kids. You don't need to add the caveat. But yeah, it just seems to me as though in her mind, she could do no wrong. But in other people's minds, I mean, when it comes to other people, they are the problem. They have the issues.
I have 2 older and then 1 younger.
Okay, so you started over.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Do you have anybody that thinks they're married to you?
No. Married to me. You been married before?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I've been proposed to like 4 times. I say
mean-
no a lot, obviously.
I mean,
So now I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick analysis of them. So basically, just off of the interaction that she has with Roger, I can tell you that she's a serial dater. She's a woman that has a tendency of being a little bit two-faced. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to the men that she's dealing with, she's someone that, hold on, let me get a good shot of her real quick. So she's someone that when she is dealing with men, she puts on this personality of being very bubbly, very friendly, very, tamed and very sweet and well behaved. But in her mind, she's already made up her mind about the guy. She just wants the guy to look at her as though she's a good person, while in her mind, she's formed a narrative as though the guy is a bad person, right? And I could tell this because the way she's acting on the date, I could tell you honestly, bro, just off of what I'm seeing, this is just my analysis, my power dynamics analysis. I could tell that she's a controlling woman, but she's more a matter of like a slow build up type of woman, where when she first started dealing with you, she's gonna be all bubbly and sweet, and she just act all super friendly, but over time she starts to collect red flags about you in her head and look for more and more red flags to the point where she either would leave or she would just kind of spaz out on you, or she would just kind of get into a really heated argument with you, and then use that as a reason to end things with you. Now, if you're a man that is high yellow with lots of tattoos, like she mentioned, she's likely to stay in a toxic relationship dynamics with you because she likes how you look. But if you're not to her look standard, then she's likely to end things with you at some point. I don't think she's a woman that would express total disappointment in a man to the man. I think what she would do is she would keep it in, and then when the relationship ends, that's when she's gonna air it out to other people.
Sometimes I feel like
Right.
it's not genuine though.
yeah, I feel you.
I do look for. Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Do you have anybody that thinks they're married to you?
No. Married to me. You been married before?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I've been proposed to like 4 times. I say
mean-
no a lot, obviously.
I mean, no, it's not bad, but 4 different times is a lot.
4 different times is a lot. I say no a lot, she says. I'm telling you, she's a woman that leads men on. She leads this man up to marriage, and then she just ends it at the proposal stage. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, how do you lead this man on for so long, and then when it comes time to finally get the princess treatment that you wanted, you end it. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's not good, ma'am. You need to change that.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like
Right.
it's not genuine though.
Yeah, I feel you.
I do look for like genuine because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of people put on this persona, especially in the beginning.
Yeah,
The honeymoon stage, they say, you know,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna show their true colors in the beginning on the
of
first
course
date.
not.
It sounds like projection to me. Sounds like she's projecting at this point.
Hopefully.
And then once they get comfortable, things change. Yeah.
Yes. I ask for a lot. No.
Tell me. What
I
you
want the
what you
sun,
ask
the
for?
moon, the stars. My dad's always just treated my mom like a princess, so I grew up like that.
Yeah.
And I love when a man can be a man and, you know, they worship the ground you walk in. So I feel like,
That's, I feel like if
feel the love.
if God is like at him,
Everyone out here talking, I feel like, it's really hard to listen. But anyway, I my biggest issue with her is she's such a dishonest woman. and she projects her dishonesty onto other people, where she keeps saying that it's not genuine. But how could it not be genuine when you've been proposed to 4 times? What part of that is not genuine? What part of that is not real? What part of that is fake? Can you explain to me? Can you explain to me how it's not genuine that these men are proposing to you? You know, how is that not genuine? Proposal costs money. You spend money on the ring. You plan out the occasion. The fact that she's not considering that as genuine to me is more tells me more about her than the men.
I don't think anything can disturb that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in treating women like queens. and
Yeah, that's what it
princes,
says in
yeah.
the Bible too.
There
so.
you go.
It does not say that in the Bible, guys. Don't listen to that. It does not say treat women like queens in the Bible. That's made up.
You know your stuff. There you go. So, you have any other questions for me?
No, I think you did great for
I
a
think you did
first
amazing.
date.
You see, this is what I'm saying. I think you did great for our first date. Like, lady, be honest, bro. Be honest. If the guy asked you an honest question and you were dishonest, but yeah, you're talking about people not being genuine. How can you say people are not genuine when you're not genuine? He just asked you, how did the date go? You could have just been like, I didn't like it. Instead, you're like, I think it went great. I hate when people do that, man. People like this are just not trustworthy.
I think you did.
I definitely
amazing.
want to see you again.
I want to see you as well.
I did say I would see him again, but I'm gonna delete. Like I said, I'm shallow.
I hate that she's such a liar. Oh, that's what bothers me. Like, I understand that she's shallow. I understand that she likes certain things to be kind of fantasy like. She doesn't like things to be real. But do you have to lie like that to this man who is genuinely trying to get to know you? Like, this is why her relationships don't work. She lies to the man all the way up to proposal, and that's ridiculous. That's a manipulator. She's a manipulator by nature.
I guess I like jerks that are fine. I need to figure my life out, people.
Oh, Lord, Julie. That was a good man, Savannah. A good man. Now, here's the deal. I'm not, listen.
He has 3 kids, and one is like 2.
He has to, okay, now, listen, I'm not going to get you there. Listen, attraction, first of all, you have to be attracted.
He has 3 kids and one of them is like 2. Are you okay? How is that possible? Did he say that to you though? Like, did he say, I have 3 kids, one of my kids is 2 years old? Did he say that to you?
I can't make you like somebody. He has a 2-year-old?
Okay, so he didn't say 2. The way he said it is I have 2 older kids and a younger one. And then when he described his life, he was like, yeah, so during the pandemic, and I was like, oh, that's how you got that kid. He was like,
But did you get clarification?
I mean, the pandemic was not that long ago.
The pandemic was 6 years ago.
That's maybe not in school yet.
But that ain't the reason, child. He could have had no kids, and you still wouldn't have gave that man a chance because off of the... Girl, I'm watching the video with you. You said...
Kendra G. Kendra calling her out. Kendra's like, I'm watching the video with you. I see what you see. What are you talking about? You said you didn't like the guy when you first saw the guy. Kendra calling her out.
As soon as you saw him, he wasn't the one for you.
Yeah.
So, okay, what you want? You want him to be? You want what? I got something over here. Okay, how you want this man to look again? You want him to have tattoos? You want him to have tattoos? I'm gonna get her your stick figure man. Here, tattoos. Julie's man. Girl, why wouldn't you give that man a shot? You didn't tell me. So I guess the married man you dated was fine.
Oh, he was okay.
He was okay. Okay. Did he put it down in the bed?
Why does she do that though? Why doesn't she ever acknowledge men for what they have? Why does she always have to put men down? Kendra just asked you, the man that you dated for a whole year, who you found out really was still married, the man that you were attracted to, who probably was tall with tattoos, you could have just be like, yeah, he was fine. Instead, you're like, he's okay. I hate when women do that, bro. Listen, if you fell for a man who you know you're attracted to, don't downplay how he looks all of a sudden because you're no longer with him. It's okay to admit the honest truth. Yeah, he was very, very fine. He was extremely my type. That's why I stayed with him for about a year. You could have just said that. Why do you always have to tear men down? See, I think the reason why relationships don't work out is because she's so focused on herself and she doesn't really try to see the perspective of the men that she's dealing with. In fact, she's only so focused on herself that that's all she cares about. Because if she truly cares about men, or if she truly was someone that has the confidence within herself, she would know not to down people or put people down, to lift herself up.
Ever?
Mm,
I mean, you ain't sticking around
Yes.
if it wasn't
Yeah,
great
yeah,
sex.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
One thing I do like about you, you said it in the end. Do you really feel as though you are shallow?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to let that go, or are you dying shallow?
I do, but then the problem is when I let it go, it's like, okay, you already not cute. What? And now I gotta pay for my own food. Now you want me to pick you up.
Okay,
Now
I'm not
your
talking
house-
about that. I'm not talking about you paying for your own food. He got to pick you up. He still has to be a man.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking away of that. But you counted Roger out for aesthetics. Roger was willing to. Well, we're gonna find out if he wanted a second date.
I think he was lying about a lot of stuff.
Okay, what do you think he was lying about?
So when I asked him what he liked to do, it kind of seemed like he just bounced off of me. And then the things that he said, I don't want to do that stuff.
Okay, so what kind of man do you want, Julie girl?
I want my friend. And like my friends and we do, like, I wanted you to be able to keep up with me. Like if I want to go to a game, I'm not even asking you to pay for your way, pay for my way. Just, do you want to go to this game? I go places by myself because the men that I talk to, oh, it's too much. Or I have somebody coming in town this week, and I was like, do you want to go to this restaurant with us?
I mean, to think that a lot of the men that she's talking to or dealing with are not looking at her as a how can I say it, as a proper romantic option. I think a lot of men that she's dealing with are more smash bros. They just want to kind of hit it, and so they maintain like a cordial relationship with her so that they can keep, enjoying her goodies. But when it comes to like a real date, they kind of come up with a reason not to. Because I mean, can you blame them? When you're dealing with a woman that would take everything you say and make it into a negative thing, it can be extremely exhausting. The men are probably just tired sometimes being around her. They're like, oh my goodness, every time I'm around Julie, she's over here consistently complaining. Or she's always making noise and complaining about this and that. So a lot of men probably just tolerate her. That's what I'm really getting from her energy.
Oh, do you want me to pay? And I wasn't asking him to pay, but Dad.
This is a guy you've been dating.
Trying not to date anymore.
Julie girl, where we at with the girl?
Because why am I going to go places? I got to go everywhere by myself because...
Well, you're going by yourself because it seems like the men that want to go with you don't want to go with them. This guy was, well, we're going to find out. I'm assuming he might have said down low, but you already said
he said he wanted to do a picnic with fruit in the park.
What's wrong with a picnic and fruit in the park, Julie? Okay, I didn't even ask this question. How much money does your man have to make? I'll throw out a number. Is $70,000 too low?
It's all right.
70,000 is all right?
I can do 70,000.
Okay, so are you open?
Julie, I'll say this one thing right now. I'm being fully transparent with you, Julie. Julie, you should not be dating men right now. You have too much going on in your mind. You're too shallow. You're focused on the wrong things. And only thing I would say for you right now, Julie, is to just focus on your friend. The friend that you've been going on dates with, the friend that has been showing you interest to some extent, the friend that you've been having fun with. I believe you have been having fun with this friend because you're not even considering what he's doing as a real attempted relationship. It just strikes me as Julie lies to men and pretends and puts on a persona as this, oh my God, the day was so nice. You're such a good guy persona, this little soft, extra feminine persona, and the men buy it thinking that she really means it, when in actuality, she's the opposite on the inside. Julie, you should not be dating men. You should go back to the four proposed men, the four men that proposed to you, and pick one of those men to really marry, because at least those men really wanted to be with you. It's just she's like, I see her as a trap type of person, right? Where she would lure you in and you kind of start to like her a little bit. She might be a petite woman, not a petite woman. She might be like a short woman. She seems to me as a woman that will lure you in as a man, but behind closed doors, she don't like you for real, for real. She's only looking at you for one specific thing only, or one dimension only. But then when she finds out that you're multidimensional, she loses interest even more, to the point where she ends it. Because if you're meeting this tall, attractive man and you're giving them a chance, it's like you want to find red flags on these men later on just to end it. So it just strikes me as though Julie is someone that is naturally indecisive, especially when it comes to romance. But everyone around her seems to be decisive, because look at this. She has a grandkid. She has grandchildren. How can you have grandchildren if the people around you are indecisive like you? They're not indecisive. She's the one that's indecisive. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Minded to sharing this man, because the man that it seems like you're describing, they're in back order. So I
I
don't know.
know. That's why it was hard to find me a date. I get it. They don't need dates. They got them.
So you enjoy being a side chick?
No, I just won't date anybody then. But I want.
Okay, so being single is fine for you.
No, I want my husband. I want my Prince Charming. But I just have to keep waiting until
So
he
what are
gets a divorce.
what are the characteristics of your husband?
I want him to be not insecure.
Okay.
Yes, fine. Go to the gym because I work out. So I want to look at something nice in the bedroom. I want their belly falling over me.
Well, you could also get a guy in shape. You know,
Yeah.
they might come to you. Now, listen, this is fair, because the man, like I said, you're describing, he's very desirable.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I said, are you just, because some women are like, listen, I'm okay with sharing the man because this is the man that I want.
Mhm.
You know, he shows up for me when he can. He's attractive. He's good to me. I get my weekends. I get my once a month. Listen, I'm not here to judge, but I'm trying to figure out what you really want. Do you want an everyday man, or do you want a now and then man?
I want an everyday man.
An everyday man? Well, then you're going to have to make some adjustments, honey.
Why?
Well, has it worked for you yet?
I think she has an everyday man already. I think this woman already has a guy in her life. Just looking at what I'm like, based on what I'm seeing, her interaction with Kendra, the friend that constantly takes her on dates, the friend that constantly has good times with her, but they're not in a secure relationship. I think this lady is leading all the men in her life on, including that friend. And I think in that friend, that man's mind, it's a potential relationship with her. But she's not admitting that on this show, because this lady is a serial dater. She knows how to be charming in front of the men. She knows how to put on that feminine energy just to pull the man in, and she knows how to keep the man at bay. But when it comes to marriage, she ends it because deep down she's insecure about herself and she doesn't want to feel trapped in a marriage. This woman is playing games. I think she's on here just to expose herself to the world. I don't think she's really on here to try to date anybody. I think she's on here to really try to become more famous, because, like, why else would she be on here? You know, she talked about being a content creator, right? She talked about making content. She's on here just to promote her brand. That's really what it is. Because everything that she's describing about her personal life strikes me as a woman who's currently dating people. She doesn't strike me as a woman who's currently single. And I would not be surprised or put it past her if she's lying about being single. I would not be surprised if the man that she's calls her friend is a man that she's actually dating. So yeah, I'm reading through you, Julie. I can see through your games.
No.
Okay, then that's the answer. That's the answer.
That's crazy.
How is it crazy? You have to also understand now, and I want to say this with love. You're also coming into the game with 2 kids by 2 different men that you did not marry.
Mhm.
So just like you're judging the guy is going to judge you for your resume too. So just like someone has to accept for you for some of the things that you've been through, be open-minded. I'm not telling you to go off the cliff. If you really are not, listen, I'm with you. If attraction's not there, attraction's not there. But you're going to have to make some adjustments if you want somebody. But then if you don't want somebody, then keep doing you. I mean, if you never got married, would you be okay?
A lot of people I feel like are getting divorces. I don't want to get married to the wrong person. That's why I haven't gotten married, because I don't want to get married just to not be lonely.
I agree with that.
I love like being like, I yearn for like there's someone caring about me, there's someone wondering how my day is going and all of that. So I think that's why I do settle for less than what I'm used to or want, because I'm like, okay, well, he cares about me, you know.
What do you mean he cares about you? The guy that was married?
No.
The one that was lying to you that had a
No,
wife?
I'm saying like well, yeah, it seemed like he did. All my friends act like, oh, you should have just stayed with him. Like, you know, because people say like, They were fine like it. Why weren't you? If his
I was
wife
gonna say, it seemed like you liked everything until you learned that they were married.
Well, he
Now,
kept saying he was gonna marry me. How are you gonna marry me if you're married?
he was gonna marry you.
I hate how she keeps cutting Kendra off. See, this is how I know. This is another sign that just reinforces my point about her. She's a woman who plays games too much. She's still playing games. She's not mentally adjusted herself into settling down. Everything that she keeps doing has been this rebuttal. For everything Kendra says is a rebuttal. There's a rebuttal. There's a rebuttal. I can only imagine how it's like when she's talking to men, especially men that she's really dating. She just have a tendency of playing games, and all these men in her life, including her friend who she's actively dating. I believe she's actively dating her friend right now. She just doesn't want to admit it on camera. I believe the friend who I think she's actually actively dated, in his mind, they are in a relationship or they are dating to be in a relationship while she's just playing games. I believe she's having fun with this man. I believe she's doing a lot of things that is relationship based, but she doesn't want to admit it on camera because she don't want to, she don't want to admit it on camera because she doesn't want to look bad on camera.
In spiritual ways, child. Listen, one thing I would say about you are a gorgeous girl.
Thank you.
You keep
too.
yourself together.
Thank you.
You smile good when I gave you a hug.
Thanks.
I think that you have a lot of great qualities, but I think what you're searching for, I'm not telling you to go off the cliff, but if you really want companionship, and you could just start there. Like you said, you wanted your friend. That doesn't come with tattoos. That comes with being reliable.
Well, tattoos is not a deal breaker.
Well, you said he had to be light-skinned and tattooed.
Well, he has to be high yellow with good hair, tall, yes.
Girl, here we go. Take this with you. Here's the man, girl. Take it. Okay,
Oh,
with
he's
that being
Oh man, it's crazy, bro. Why should I don't man. I don't know what to say about that one. That's crazy. She's like, he gotta be high yellow with good hair. It just strikes to me as insecurity to me. That's all it is.
said, that's he is cute, girl. Close your eyes. Just go put him on a date. I don't know. You're gonna have to pay because he ain't got no money, but he all the things. You know what? Wipe it off and you could draw him for yourself. Then make him look the way you want him to look, child. I am done with Julie. Here's the thing. Here's the moment. We made our mind clear that Roger is not for you. But before we go any further, what do you think Roger said? Do you think Roger wanted to delete or download?
He probably wanted to date me. Who doesn't want to date me?
See, she know what she's doing. She's an actress. She puts on an act, so she knows from her acting that most men are gonna want to date her. And let's see how accurate she is.
A lot of common, a lot of similarities. She likes to go out and do activities, hiking, things like that. So, and she likes to try things that I would like to try, vice versa. So yeah, I would definitely like to download.
All right, so the man did a quick analysis on Julie when it comes to how the date went. He said she likes to go hiking. She likes to do a lot of things that I like to do. And for that reason, he'll like to download. It seems to me as though she lies to men when she's on dates with men. She tells the men what she believes they want to hear versus really being completely honest with them about what she really likes. She likes the idea of getting validation from men. She likes the idea of men complimenting her. She likes the idea of men showing her love, but she doesn't like to be honest about these men. She likes to take the men and see them from a negative lens, but she wants them to see her from a positive lens. It just seems to me as though she's a woman that really did not get enough love when she was younger from her family. She probably was one of the daughters, one of the children that probably didn't see herself as beautiful growing up. And so when women who have that mentality, they grow up to become women, they tend to want to make the man give her compliments by being dishonest with the man and giving the man what the guy wants to hear versus being transparent with the man about what she really likes. And so when a man expresses true interest in getting to know her because of who they think she is, that's when she finally shows her real color and really shows who she is, i.e. end engagement. But why lead the man up to engagement? Why not be honest from the jump? So yeah, this is why he says that he would download with Julie. Based on how Julie presented herself on a date, which I did watch it, we saw it, she was acting extra feminine and very like, oh, yeah, right? Because of how she was acting, he thought that that's how Julie is, but he's gonna watch this and realize that Julie is not who she acted as on the date. He's gonna realize Julie is a two-faced liar. Anyway, let's continue.
That was your husband, girl. That was your husband right there. The
Let me tell you
proposal.
something. If I marry that, he's gonna have to be like a whole lot of money, like a whole lot of money. I'm
Did
okay
she
with that.
just say? Did she just say if I marry that? He's calling this man a dad, bro. Let's hear that again.
Girl, that was your husband right there. The
Let me tell you
proposal.
something. If I marry that, he's gonna have to be.
See, she's not even referring to him as a person. As far as I'm concerned, she sees men as nothing more than working objects, either to have fun with or to get spent or to have them spend money on her. She doesn't see men as real people. She doesn't see men as people that should be loved on or cared for. She sees men as tools to be used. That's not a good mindset. She needs therapy. She needs to work on herself because this is ridiculous.
Like a whole lot of money, like a whole lot of money. I'm okay with settling with like being
Wait, what do
pampered
you mean he got to make a whole lot of money to marry that?
because then my friends will understand.
What?
You
How
can't
much
stand next to me and like that doesn't even look right, especially with my profession. That don't even
Stand
look
next to
right.
you.
What type of friends does she have? Bro, your relationship with a man should have nothing to do with your friend. Your relationship dynamics with the opposite sex should have no merit or effect off of your relationship dynamics with your group friends. These are supposed to be separated. Why are you worried about how your friends will perceive a man that you're with? What benefits is that? If your friends are that shallow, that says a lot more about you than you realize. I don't think her friends are that shallow. I don't think her friends care as much about what she's saying that they care about. I think her friends are more supportive of her finding a man because she also said that her friends have been asking her when is she going to really settle down. It seems to me as though she's her own worst enemy. Everyone in her life wants her to find love. Everyone in her life has no issue finding love. She's only one because I don't think her friends would not approve of the man that she chooses. I think her friends would approve. She just does not like to be honest about what she really wants. And I think this show is probably the only show where she was really honest about what she wants, but I think in real life she does not express what she really wants. This show may be the only show where Julie's being honest about liking men who are tall and light skinned with tattoos. That's what I think it is. I think this show is probably the one show where she was truly honest about who she is. But outside of the show, she's not an honest person. And I could tell that to be the case because of the men that are in her life. Even now, she has a friend that she's dating. The friend is dating her. So yeah, Julie, you gotta work on yourself.
With your wig or without your wig?
I don't have a wig on.
This is your real hair? Oh, okay. Well, shots fired. That's a hair, okay? When you got real, this is the real hair confidence, child. I'm sorry, child. I tried, Roger, but that's her real hair. You ain't gonna be good enough. There you have it. I don't know if this man exists, so here, take this home with you. That's the closest I'm gonna be able to get you, girl. All right, thank you for being here, Julie. I do want to say this: you were a good sport. I do think you're a beautiful girl,
Thank you.
and I just hope that the shallowness doesn't stop you from finding something genuine and real, because that real stuff that you have, that your dad gets to your mom, when you're sick, who shows up for you? If God forbid you couldn't walk tomorrow, who's gonna be there for you?
Right.
Who's gonna show up for your kids if you can't show up for your kids? Like, those are the real things if marriage is something you really wanna put into the category of what's important. But she got real hair and she beautiful, so it's gonna be hard. All right, with that being said, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today, and we will see you next time on Dating Download.
Thank you.
Let me see if it's her real hair for sure. Let me
The
put my
front
fingers.
is.
Oh, the front.
You
The
said,
front.
you said a wig.
Wait, hold up. This ain't her real
She
hair.
said a wig.
Okay, so this the front is, this the edges is real?
Yeah.
Girl, you better take that man and go. She done lied to my face. I thought this was her
My
real
real hair looks like this.
girl, wait. Oh, child.
Andrew had to call her out for lying about her hair. But anyway, with that being said, guys, so my final analysis of this whole situation is that I could tell off of what I'm seeing that she is highly cooperative in front of the men, and she's someone that really submits when it comes to the men, but she never really expresses her real thoughts. She strikes me as a woman that will submit to the men, especially to lead the guy on. And she's gonna keep doing that until she gets what she wants. And the moment she realizes that she's not getting what she wants, that's when she leaves. That's when she ends it with the men. I think the reason why Julie is quote unquote single is because she's been ending relationships left and right. And she feels as though she has the power to do that because she works out. She believes she has a good physique. She believes that she's attractive enough to pull these men. And she has a game about her. She puts on this yeah, and like she puts on that persona, and men, she puts on a very hyper feminine persona when she goes to see these men or go on dates with this men. And when she does that, it usually leads to her finding love, but she doesn't really express who she really is, and so she ends the relationship. If you're someone that if you're someone that you're dealing with someone who's similar to Julie, where you could tell that they're putting on an act, or you realize they're putting on an act, my advice is to stay away from people like this. If you find out that she's being dishonest with you, stay away from her. If you find out that he's being dishonest with you, stay away from him. Don't let people manipulate you into thinking that you're in a relationship with them when in actuality you're just there for a good time. But yeah, man, that's it on that. I just wanted to do a review and a reaction to this content, because I just wanted to kind of highlight this particular woman. She's an example of a negative relationship dynamics. She's the kind of person that she does not make you better in the relationship. Instead, she makes you feel a lot toxic, especially when she leaves. She doesn't add any value to the men that she's dealing with. All she does is just distract, and she doesn't really see them as any more than just a thing to have fun with, or go on dates with, where they spend money on her. Well, guys, that's it for today's video. If you like my point of view on this whole situation, leave it in the comment section. Like, share, comment, subscribe, support the channel as we're growing the channel to 10,000 subscribers. I'll be doing a giveaway whenever we hit the 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully sooner, right? We're talking September or October. But either way, I do want to be able to support my fans and for the ones who were supporting me. So if you like my content, if you like my review on this type of content, leave it in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the channel, type the video. Let's grow together, and I will see you on the next video.